started getting money, living lavish in the stool every day. I done turned into a habit. Man, I had to make it happen. When I first started rapping, they said it would never happen. Poof, making money like it's magic. Every time I hop up on a beat, I turn it to a classic. These little boys screaming that they want a static. When I pull up, tell me why they started panic. Run it up, run it up.
Different by Default. This is season 4.
It took us like, what, 3 seasons to get that together? You know? Okay.
So, welcome back. You know, we glad to have all the viewers back watching us here. Season 4, dang, 4th season in, what, a year? 2 years? 4th season in under 2 years.
2 years.
A crazy accomplishment. Thank you guys for supporting, you know, hitting us up, wondering when we come back from this hiatus, you know, all the good stuff that y'all do. And without further ado, we want to start off the show. And with us today, we got one of the funniest people in the world. Got my older cousin right here, Kirby.
Thank you for having me. But first off, I would like to apologize to all y'all for disrespecting y'all by coming here with just a mustache. I didn't realize it was gonna look like this. I just feel like as a black man, if you come with just a mustache, like, unless you're like young and you can't grow one, or you're in the military, or you're
back away from me, bro.
or you're
I'm wrong with him.
I'm struggling here.
what the fuck is going on?
No. He trying to sneak this without saying anything.
Yeah, we ain't doing nothing. Your boy don't got a beard over there. You all right?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like an undercover cop or some shit, man. Like a crooked cop or some shit. Man.
All right.
Back away from me, bro.
I heard the oils be kicking in, man. You might need some oils. Though.
Oh shit, I didn't even notice that, bruh. You made me feel better about myself. You gonna need my mustache to connect the rest of that beard or something, bro.
Chill.
So, yeah, season 4, we got the jokes here. We got the crew back. You know,
I ain't never seen a black man with like PZ under chin. That is crazy, bruh.
Chill.
They got a crop circle under there, bruh. Oh my god.
So, and just tell everybody about yourself, what you do, your profession.
You need a brush. My name is Kirby Darius. I'm a stand-up comedian. That's it. I ain't got nothing else going on, really.
All right, so how did you get into comedy?
How did I get into comedy? Like, what made me interested in comedy, or how did I literally get into stand-up comedy?
How did you get into stand-up comedy? Well, first, how...
Like, to start?
Yeah.
All right, so the way I started is, I don't know, I was always like, I saw, you know, cliche Eddie Murphy in middle school. I saw Eddie Murphy, Delirious, and I was like, damn, I want to be a stand-up comedian, but I'm a kid from Florida. You don't know how to get into stand-up comedy in Florida. I didn't even know that shit existed like that. I literally thought Eddie Murphy got on the stage in front of people for the first time and just was that funny. I didn't know, like, about, you know, open mics or anything like that, so I'm like, whatever. But then I moved to Toronto, and then I don't know how I came across this blog, this comedian. He was talking about all these places he does, like stand-up and bars and, like, you know, coffee places and shit. So I was like, damn, that sounds interesting. So I saw one of the places he performed at, and then I just went there and I just got on stage and been fucking up my life ever since.
So for me, it's like, I think we're all Caribbean here. We're all Haitian or some descent of it. How did your parents feel when you said, "Yo, I want to be a comedian"? Because I feel like in a Haitian household,
as a Haitian, you know that conversation never happened like that. They didn't find out until like I was like already like 2-3 years in, and then like I'm coming home at like 2-3 a.m. and my mom's worried and it's like, all right, mom, I'm doing stand up comedy, and they just, when you tell a Haitian that, they just think you might as well just tell them, hey, I'm throwing my life away, I'm just gonna be homeless, and like my mom was like, you know, my mom and dad been trying to talk me out of it forever, but, you know, I just...
Have they ever gone to a comedy special or seen you?
Yeah, they seen me perform. My mom did. I don't think my dad has, but my mom's seen me perform.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
What was her reaction?
Her reaction?
Yeah.
Oh, my God, I like it, but too much cussing. That's how she said. She just don't like when I curse a lot, but she thought I was funny.
Mm-hmm. So since you're a comedian, how do you come up with your jokes or like your melodic ways of saying a joke or lining it up throughout the whole night?
How do I structure my set, or just come up with the concept of a joke?
let's say concept of the joke.
Concept of the joke is just, I believe in whatever strong emotions that you feel. Anything that makes you elicit a strong emotion. Like, if I go and say, like, damn, that was dumb as fuck. Or, oh, shit, that was interesting. Or it doesn't have to be funny, but it just has to something that grabs your attention, because if it grabs your attention, chances are it's going to grab somebody else's attention. So you come up with something interesting, and then you just try to make it funny around it. So you just try to find the beat and the timing. It's a real science with comedy. It's like the hardest art to do.
So like find the punchline and structure a joke around it.
Oh, shit. That's just trial and error, bro. Like, if you do it long enough, you kind of know where the funny is, but you don't know what the funny is, if that makes sense. I know it's in the realm here, but it's just going on stage constantly. That's the thing about comedians. People just think it's natural. Like, a lot of people are like, dang, he just came out with the top of the head. That's a bad example. But, like, to come up with 5 minutes of material, you'll be surprised how long a comedian takes to Pastors get on stage every week, Sundays. No open mic, no, they don't practice. They come up with a new hour every week. You can't do that as a comedian. Lil Wayne, you could do a mixtape every other month, drop a mixtape as a rapper, but as a comedian, to come up with 5-10 minutes of funny material, it's hard as hell, and you're not gonna know if it's funny until you go on stage and you try it.
And it's like a solo too, so like you run your time, and I think 5 minutes does seem very long.
Yeah, it's.
I know it's probably longer for you. Like
5 minutes is short in a lot of other aspects, like sex and all that. But not for this. But
whoa.
Now with Chin Hair.
Whoa, we not gonna play that.
Now with Chin Hair over here, bro. Ain't no way you getting matches on Black with that shit, bro. Hey, can we green screen him a beard real quick?
I pull game with this, okay? I pull game with this.
All right, but yeah, like when you go on stage, a lot of people's like, oh, I could do stand-up comedy and everything like that. I don't even say 5 minutes. I say go up there for 3 minutes. Bro, that's the longest 3 minutes of your life. Because it's just, you got to be comfortable with silence to be a good comedian. It's a lot of silence up there, man.
So in terms of like structuring your jokes and, you know, like your material, so like what do you do when it's like, all right, you believe like, yeah, this is the funniest thing that I've ever did, like, for this situation, and it's just like crickets, and it's like, oh, like it's the joke. So how do you move with that?
you talking about a bomb story?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say a full bomb, but like where a joke that you just feel like you.
I got both of those. I got an epic bomb story, but as to what Kyrell's saying, that's just the confidence you have in yourself. You got to know what's funny for you. I don't need the audience to validate me, because a lot of people say, oh, it's always the comedian's fault. I get what they're saying, but sometimes it's, like, as a comedian, you're going on stage and you're trying to make 70, 80 people in a room from different walks of life, different cultures, different backgrounds, different socioeconomic situations, different levels of education. They grew up, different countries and everything. You're trying to make everybody with different backgrounds laugh at the same thing. And that's one of the hardest things to do. Like, funny is the most subjective thing, because everywhere in the world, we can all agree on certain things. Like, we can all agree death is sad. No matter where you're from, death is sad. No matter where you're from, you could get nostalgic about the past. No matter where you're from, you could look at somebody who got raped and be like, that's fucked up, right? But as far as funny goes, there is no consistent with different cultures and different, backgrounds. So if I don't make a room full of people laugh, that doesn't make you not funny. If it happens all the time, then you're not funny. But it could just not be your night. But I have a lot of jokes that I really believe in, and sometimes it hits, sometimes it don't. But I just keep doing it because I believe it's funny.
Do you feel like also it probably depends with where you at?
Oh, 100%. You got to tailor your audience. You got to tailor your material and your delivery for wherever you at. You gotta know your audience and read the room. So if I'm in fucking Harlem, I'm not gonna shuck and jive up. Not shuck and jive, but up here. Hey, I'm not gonna act all niggerish. But I'm going to deliver it a different way what is this, a Christian place? Like, why you get uncomfortable when I say some
No,
shit, bro?
there was one thing that you said that
I said the word rape. He was like, oh, shit.
It was his fault.
Oh, you got PTSD? My bad. I ain't mean to.
It's when you say what's
I
called. We
promise you.
can't get that rapist fucked up. I try not to.
Oh. I'm looking at him the whole time. You look mad uncomfortable.
I was
The
like,
whole
him, I
time
was
you
like,
was
damn.
saying that about like how death is sad. That's not for him. He laughs at weird stuff. Yes, he laughs at anything.
That's just like me sometimes. I'm a dark humor guy too.
That guy is open to everything. And you,
I'm telling you, bro.
But,
He's the reason, bro.
Back to what I was saying. What was the question? I forgot what the train of thought. But I'm pretty sure y'all got what I was saying, man. I forgot the question. My bad.
you was naming about like probably the reasons of why you might bomb. I was actually naming a bomb story.
Oh,
That was the next
story?
question.
Oh shit, man. That's funny because we was like in a group chat and it was talk about the worst bomb you ever heard, and then I was like, I bombed so hard that people used to come up to me and tell me about a bomb they heard and they were talking about me. Like that's how hard I bombed.
They heard a story from somebody else. And
They
let
heard
me
the
tell you
story
this
from somebody else, and they like, "Yo, I heard one time somebody went on this stage and they bombed." I'm like, bro, in my head, I'm like, "Damn, that's me, dog." But I'm like, "Shit, that's crazy, dog."
Have you ever been like, yeah, that was me?
A couple of times. They was like, "That's you." They was all surprised because I'm pretty decent. I'm not gonna say I'm great, but I'm pretty decent. But as far as the story goes, I'm gonna try to make it as short as possible. So, boom, this is in Toronto. And there's a show called Nubian Show, and it's at this comedy club called Yuck Yucks. It's hosted by Kenny Robinson, legendary Canadian comic. And this is like the biggest black show in Canada. There's the biggest black show, and it's one of the biggest shows in Canada, period. Like, people used to travel up to perform there. Like, Kevin Hart used to go from Philly to go on there. Dave Chappelle used to go on there.
You bombed?
Damn, nigga, I'm gonna get to it, bro. Chill. I mean, they wasn't in the crowd or something, bro. Like, but all right. So it's like one of the biggest comedy shows, and it's so big. There's a wait list as a comedian to get on that show. Some people have to wait like 3 years to get on. So I went there. I was like a little over a year in comedy. I went there, saw the show, got home, messaged on my Facebook, "Hey, I'm a young comedian," and you had to get 2 vouchers from somebody who was a regular there for him to even consider you. So, but I messaged him dry. I was like, "Yo, I don't got any vouchers, but I think I'm a funny guy. I think I do well on the show." And then a couple days later, he was like, "March 28th, be there." That's how he talks. And I was like, "All right, fuck it." So I went up there, and I was a little nervous, but I got on that stage. That stage is like, it's pretty intimidating when you get there, especially if you know the history of it. And then I went up there, and then I did good. I was like, "All right, cool." So he's like, "Yeah," he loved me. He's like, "Yeah, I need you to come back in like June." I was like, "All right, cool." And I came back in June, and I did even better. And he's like, "Yeah, I really like you. Come back the next month," which is pretty rare to him to book you the next month again. So I got on there, and I destroyed. And, like, everybody was feeling me that day. I was feeling myself. I was like, "Damn, bro, I'm about to be popping. I'm about to be famous and shit." That's how I felt, bro. But I kept on doing it. I was doing so good. And by that time, I moved back to Jersey, but he used to always hit me up to come back up. So I used to go from Jersey and take the mega bus or the Greyhound up there, 12-hour bus ride, just to perform on that show. So on the night I bombed, all right, the month previously, I had the best set of my night. Almost had a standing ovation. So I was really feeling myself. And he booked me for the next month. So by the time I got there again the next month, like in my head, I'm like, all right, these people know me. You know, this is my audience. I could do whatever I want. So I decided to do all new material, which is a big no-no, especially if you have a paying audience. No, you got to do your real shit. But I was so cocky. I was like, man, they my crowd. They know me. It's like, I'm like Tricks, which is a big Canadian comic. You probably seen him around, but yeah, I was like, this is my crowd. They know me. So I went up there and I decided to do all new material. So, all right, so he brings me up, "Coming to the stage, you know, this comic, you know." Oh, first, all right, this is an important part of the story. First, the comic before me bombed real hard. And then he got on stage, the Kenny Ross, he's like, "Yeah, you know, back in the days, y'all got soft. Back in the days, we used to boo motherfuckers off the stage. Y'all not booing like y'all supposed to anymore." All right, this next comedian is, I love him, get him for Kirby Darius. And he introed me talking about encouraging people to boo, all right? So I'm like, whatever, man. I go up, and then I'm walking on stage, and then I missed the last step and I tripped.
Oh no.
Everybody's like, "Oh," and that's foreshadow. That was like, all right, this may not be my night. So I got on stage. I'm all cocky and shit. I'm like, I'm just gonna do these jokes, half baked jokes. They're gonna fuck with it. So I do the first joke. I was like, oh shit. All right, let me do the second joke. I'm like, fuck. So then I go up and I was like, all right, let me hit them with this third joke. I did silence, bruh, deafening. And then I'm in the middle of the fourth joke, and then some dude on the side, he goes, "Yo, nigga, you corny!" And then he ducked his head. So I'm already flustered on stage. So I'm looking, I'm like, yo, who is that? But I can't see him. He ducked his head already. So I'm like, I can't say anything about him because, you know, when somebody heckles, you're supposed to clown them, whatever, but I can't see him. So I tried to jump back on the stage, and by then, the audience saw us flustered, and they just started boo. 200 people. About 200 people. Just boo. Nigga, they were synchronizing that shit, bro. Harmonize. Nigga, I heard the bass section, the altos, the sopranos. I'm like, nigga, did y'all rehearse this shit? Like, why are all these people mad at me at one time, bro? Because when you bomb, it feels like you getting jumped, bro. So then, they booed me. So I'm like, fuck, I'm not getting off stage, man. Y'all gonna have to drag me off stage. And then the host comes up, and he stops the boo. And he's like, all right. You guys don't understand this. I love this guy. He's one of the best comedians who's up and coming. He has very smart material. He has really great jokes. Do y'all want to give him another chance? Let's give him another chance. Yeah. And then he's like, all right. So then this motherfucker pulls a chair and he sits like stage right to me on behind. So now I gotta impress the audience, and this motherfucker's like behind my shoulders, so it's like pressure. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. I gotta go back to my bag. I gotta get a real good joke. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna hit them with this one. Boo! The host took a white tablecloth, threw in the towel right in front of my face, bro. Fight over. I went home on the Greyhound that night and sat in that shit for 12 hours, though. That was the lowest point of my life, bro.
So,
and I had family members who died, but nothing hit me like that, bro.
so we talking about bombs.
Bombs, bro.
All right, let's.
12-hour drive after though, so
Yeah,
you
nah,
that's all thinking to yourself.
Bruh.
Just feeling
That's
sick.
uncomfortable,
You gonna
bro.
look like-
12-hour drive and just
French
reflecting.
back
Like,
then.
Sick, bro. I was sick on that bus, man.
I thought they was with me. They
do you feel like it's just my fault? Do you feel like it's a story of like the big head, you know, finally pops?
What do you mean?
You know how? Cause you saying how you start coming to comedy.
That was the death of the ego, right there. That was that like people need to go on shrooms to kill their ego. I just needed that to kill my ego. That was like, all right, bro, you got to really work on your shit and make sure your shit is tight, bro. But everybody bombs. If you're a
No,
comedian,
I mean,
you
it
bomb.
becomes a lesson. You know, what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it's a
You
lesson,
definitely learn
man.
from it.
Hey, all the greats got booed. Lauryn Hill got. I'm not comparing myself to Lauryn Hill, but she got booed at the Apollo when she was a kid.
Yeah,
Dave Chappelle got booed recently. Like a lot of comics go, "Oh, I never bombed." It's like, word, really? You never bombed? It's either you lying or you never challenging yourself if you never bombed. Cause you telling me Dave Chappelle bombs, but you don't. All right, cool. All right.
All right, so we speaking about bombs. Let's speak about a Woj bomb that came through this morning. So the Woj bomb from this morning is Coach Udoka has been suspended. Well, he's like,
How you bomb Nia Long though? Like,
yo, don't be talking about my coach.
but you say he got suspended.
It's like they trying to figure out they want to
For a
suspend
year.
him for the season coming up, like the NBA
but
season
it's
coming
consensual though.
up. Or
No,
it's
it's,
just like,
he's suspended.
I know, it's like he's not suspended.
Yeah,
yet.
he's suspended.
They still thinking about it.
Nah, that nigga's suspended. man.
Man, gone.
You already
Wait,
know
wait,
they
wait, he
suspended
got
him, bro.
suspended.
They
My thing
suspended
is,
him.
they should just fine him, bruh.
They suspended him for his actions outside of the court.
No, they always gotta make.
It was in the job. It was with another coworker in the job.
My thing is,
Nobody had to say nothing.
They
It
gotta
was
prove a
consensual.
point. They
It's-
gonna
it
make
was
him a poster
consensual.
No,
child.
no. See.
oh yeah, I literally
It's not.
just got.
It's not even about that. You
I
know.
just got it.
You know.
Suspended
like,
for a season.
It's, no, it's
My
like
fault.
you got Nia Long cheering for you. If I was Nia Long, bro, I'd have been tweaking out, no cap. I'm surprised I ain't seen no was gonna tweet no post from Shade Room about her.
Was
bro.
she the one that said something about it?
No, the team found out.
Look, maybe he like a Leonardo DiCaprio. You know, as you get older, they don't want you no more. Like, Nia Long though.
My thing is,
It's Nia Long
that's
though.
coach. I gotta stick beside him, but he ain't do it.
You gonna stick it beside your man?
Yeah, he ain't do it. I don't know what they told him.
He ain't do it. He did that shit. Wow. He
It's
did
like,
that
it's
shit.
like, yo, my
What he
thing
do?
is, your reasoning is, that's my coach.
That's coach. He ain't do it.
I don't play with them.
I keep
You know what I'm
forgetting
saying?
the thing I
That's
always
my
said pro Quavo.
All right. Here's the thing with the Emo Udoka shit. All right. It's like a year for a consensual relation. When they say relationship, they was fucking. That's what they mean. But it's like consent, like a year.
For all,
Like what the fuck did he, like? There's no way we know the whole story for a year.
My
Like,
thing is, then
this-
again, what is the policies there?
it's either he was fucking the owner's daughter, or like
Someone
he
related
was,
to someone.
He was fingering the bitch with Larry Bird's championship rings on. Like that's the only way I can see a year. Like
otherwise, it
nigga,
make no sense. It make no sense.
I know y'all young, but y'all know about the Malice in the Palace, right?
Yeah.
The Pacers. Right? Ron Artest fought a fan and he got a year. You telling me fucking a coworker
yeah.
consensually is a year? Steven Jackson got 40 games. You gonna tell me Ime Udoka is worse than Steven Jackson punching a fan? Jermaine O'Neal almost sent the nigga to the Shadow Realm with his punch, dog. The only reason that nigga didn't die is because he slipped on like some Pepsi on the floor, bruh. That nigga was dead. Jermaine O'Neal only got 25 games for that shit.
But I think
Gilmore Arenas brought a gun to the arena
That's definitely true.
and got 50 games.
50 games.
And y'all, for a consensual relationship, y'all want to give the man a year? And please, somebody was like, "Oh, you know, the power dynamic or some shit with the." Cause, all right, I'm being ignorant right here because I don't know what the. Can you someone explain to me what the power dynamic is with Coach Ime Udoka, like with this woman, like? She's not a player. What is he gonna do? Bench her? He can't release her or anything like that. He can't cut her
I
playing
feel
time.
like
What power does he have over
I feel
her?
like they're trying to push the
He's not a
narrative-
GM?
No, they're trying to push the narrative of, you know what I'm saying, he's in a higher position, so
That don't
maybe
mean-
Yeah, but he-
yeah, it's just the narrative though. I'm not
I understand what you're saying, but he's in a higher position. In my eyes, he's in a higher position, like on this side, and she probably on that side. Like I don't think he has any. Does he have any control over
What,
other people?
I'm
Like,
I'm not
She ain't
sure.
a-
It's
She gotta
just
be
that
like
I
a towel
guess
girl or something.
Yeah, like is she a towel girl? Like is she
make
Grant
sense.
Williams? She's not. He can't do nothing to her. Like I don't get the power dynamic behind it. Like
my thing is, Stephen A was saying something about it earlier. He was like, "Yo, like, there's no reason why, like, we gotta know all of this.
that's
Exactly.
between them, bro.
That is between the organization. He gets suspended,
It's-
sure, whatever.
Yeah, that's my thing. If it was so bad with the power dynamic, then why just a suspension? Why not fire him? If it was that egregious, why not fire
Yeah,
him?
you're not announcing. That's what I was telling you in the car earlier. You're not announcing this if you're not going to fire the man.
You got either got to suspend him or fine him. It makes zero sense just to suspend him for a year. If it was that egregious, you're gonna suspend
The
him for
thing
a
is-
year and then bring him back.
You don't announce something like
They
that
said-
without being like,
All
"Yo,
they had
you
to
fired."
do is saying he's being suspended for improper conduct. And
That's what
leave
I'm
it at
saying.
that.
Like, you don't. It's probably gonna be a whole bigger story later on in the year. We're gonna find out about it by the time this
Man,
episode comes
I-
out.
The headline
I mean,
said
all of a
improper
sudden you're gonna
swing
have
is
6 other women come out of the
like,
air.
Intimate. How you know
Makes
it's intimate?
My thing
They
is,
started going into
That's
detail.
what I'm saying. It's an improper, intimate, and
Consensual doggy
I'm like,
style.
How you know it's intimate
Like, how the
though?
fuck?
She did not care about telling that information at all.
I'm about to say the fact that she said it was consensual.
I bet you
means
it was
it was both agreements.
We don't know. I don't know when this podcast gonna drop. We're probably gonna find more information, but I bet you it was some hating dude who was trying to fuck her for a while. And he saw Ime slide in. He was like, "Nah, fuck that, bro."
He was like, I hired
Yeah, he's like, damn, I've been
but-
trying to get this pussy for like 3 years,
we was
man.
talking
I
about
don't
that
think
earlier,
this
too.
got in here like that, man.
My son Brad
He's a
ain't do it.
first year coach. How the hell he's gonna have that power, man? A
first
first year
year,
coach. What power does he have?
fresh out the finals.
Like that's between him and his girl. Like Nia Long. Damn. Like people are like, oh, how you
Go
cheating
to
Nia
suck
Long?
this though.
That's probably what it was.
You know you're not winning, right?
He was
I just
too
want to
cocky
let y'all know
after
that,
the
right?
finals.
Y'all not winning, right?
Hey, shit.
I had faith in y'all
Wait,
at
wait,
the
no.
beginning now.
What you gonna say? Tell me what you gonna say to that end, response.
What to his response?
Yeah, to his response.
Oh, y'all just need more players. Y'all still not stopping us, email or not.
Who gonna coach y'all?
Backup coach.
Oh,
Backup coach.
Like Ime,
Who's the
That's
backup,
like a backup
coach?
quarterback.
his
bro.
name like John or something.
Muzzle.
Don Celtics. I ain't know his name.
Is
Never
it a
know.
white-
Muzzle or some
is he a
shit
white
like
coach?
that. Nah, he
Yeah.
black.
Oh, yeah.
No, he's
He
white.
black. He black. He black.
I got a question.
Oh, he's talking about. Oh yeah, I know he's
Yeah.
talking
Who
about.
was the Clippers assistant coach?
Who was the Clippers assistant
No,
coach?
who is?
It's
Nigga,
not
we
Chauncey
supposed to know
Billups
that?
somewhere. It's not Chauncey Billups.
He a
Chauncey
Clippers
Billups.
fan too. That's why.
He's not a Clippers fan. He's a Kawhi fan. There's a
Clippers fan.
difference.
Damn, why you defending him like
No,
that?
I'm not
bruh?
defending him. That's what I'm trying to get, bro. He's not a Clippers. He's a
You real
Kawhi
passionate,
fan, bro.
bro.
Look, I fuck with the Clippers heavy, bro. You was just fucking with the Spurs last year. Like, come on.
It wasn't the Spurs. It was the Raptors. That was with the
do
Raptors.
switch.
Oh yeah, the Raptors. The Raptors.
If you're gonna tell the story, tell the story
Toronto.
right.
You're
Tell the story
forgetting,
right.
Shout out
actually,
to Toronto,
you're forgetting about
man.
PG.
If you're gonna tell the story right.
Because at first you was just talking about Kawhi and PG. Then Jason Tatum came out of nowhere. You know what I'm
Tell the
saying?
story. But anyway, like it's a backup coach, and then they probably gonna ask Frank Vogel to be on his bench or whatever. But we're gonna find out more about this. Like it doesn't make no sense to me. I just woke up from I woke up in the morning, Woj bomb,
That
Ime
shit
Udoka. I'm like,
dropped
what?
at 1 a.m. I was like, the
what is
fuck?
going on? Like who said?
But they didn't even say what it was. They just said Ime Udoka is being suspended for undisclosed reason. I'm like, damn,
That's
dude.
when it first came out,
I was
yeah.
like, God, like, he must have been something. He must have did something horrible.
Like the way
Horrible.
when I read out, like yo, he probably killed like 2 people.
Bro, I thought they found bodies in his trunk, bro. But it's like they've been doing that recently. I don't know if man, they've been trying to make cheating. I'm not trying to defend cheating right here, but they've been trying to make cheating like it's the worst thing. Like you ever seen the Adam Levine? Adam Levine was like,
Yeah.
Bruh,
Yeah.
I saw the headlines. It was like breaking news: Adam Levine has been accused of talking in the DMs to girls. I'm like,
What?
why you gotta set it up like that? Like I thought it was gonna be like some sexual assault type
And
shit.
then her video too.
Who?
She made a video about it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Two.
niggas slide in the DMs.
First, she was
man.
like, I didn't want to make a video about it, but a friend was about to expose because you sent that to somebody else. So she said, I might as well say my story. Then she tried to make it seem like,
A story
I
of a
was
nigga
young, I didn't know
sliding
what I
in
was
your
doing.
DMs.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, that's the interesting, man. Niggas
Yo,
just
it's
slide
always
at everybody
I'm young
DMs.
or
My
I didn't
thing
mean it
is,
like that.
you
Stop
know Adam.
lying.
My thing is, you know Adam Levine, bro. You know him. You know he's a celebrity. I know you looked into him, so you probably knew he had a wife, and you still did it. Talking about I didn't know what I was doing. I was young.
I mean, I think this all proved, like, the email Doka, like, people like, how do you cheat on Nia Long? Or, like, when Beyonce got, how do you cheat on Beyonce? It's like, man, it has nothing to cheating has nothing to, I'm not trying to excuse it.
Yeah, it has nothing
I'm
to
just
do with
explaining
looks.
it. It has nothing to do with how good you look, how good of a person you are, how well you treat the kids, how good your pussy is. This has got, we just sick, man.
Speaking of that, I was like, before we wrap up the show, like, speaking about Ime and Nia Long, I was about to bring up, like, Michael B. Jordan and his girl, that breakup. Steve Harvey, Lori Harvey.
Lori Harvey.
Yeah, I was like, yo, what's your opinion on that? And then there was something else. It was, it was something else, but I forgot about it. We can bring up Will and Jada if y'all want to.
Fuck that bitch. Word to my mother, fuck that bitch, bro.
What the fuck did Jada do to you?
Like, what she did to Will, bro, that shit sickening and hurt. Like,
That's a grown ass man. Whatever she did to him,
Nah,
it was
I feel-
consensual. He consented to that shit. I'm not gonna stick up for him,
allowed
but-
that man to come in your house.
Can't even listen to the song the same anymore. I got to put down the J. Cole.
You gotta think about
Put it down a
it.
little.
wait, that's
Put it
the
back
thing.
up.
Always got beat up by Tory, right?
Yeah, me
Oh yeah, I'm
personally-
like, comes
Oh,
around,
August
goes
and
around.
Selena.
It don't matter if you sick or not, bro.
Nah,
You
but-
affect me. I don't see sickness. I just see you.
But that's between them. Like, if Will want to let that slide, hey, big ups to you. That
And
ain't-
then they
that shit ain't
decided,
happening
let's
to
make
me,
a
bro.
live-ins.
Like,
Yeah, let's put
She
table
decided.
talk.
You could tell that whole time he was uncomfortable.
I mean, you
talking
think?
about
I
it.
mean, from that
Like,
time,
when they
the
was
red
on
talk.
that
Oh, the red talk
shit,
table.
yeah.
and then she no rhythm to slap Chris Rock. Like
Yeah, like,
She ain't. I mean, that was all Will. That was all Will. I
it was
don't
all
think she
Will,
did that.
But I
But she, you could tell. It looked
She had
like
a
she
little
acted
part
on
in
a
it.
little.
I look at
But
it.
hold on. As a man, I don't know, this sounds sexist. I don't give a fuck. As a man, you can't let your girl like sway you in your decisions. It's either you gonna do something or not. It can't be because your girl nudge you or push you into. That's how niggas get killed and like shot up.
I would never
But
do
you
that. It's like you had to pick a fight for
cannot.
no reason.
If you're gonna do something, you gotta do it. Stand on
But-
your own.
but
I think
you
Will
just said-
Smith
you just
stood
heard
on
what
his
you-
own.
All right,
He was
but-
just tired of being bullied. Like the hits coming from the media, his
You're right, but
wife,
you
and
just-
everything.
you
And
hear what you just said?
man,
Like,
he
you
picked the
said-
skinniest dude that he knew he could get away with.
But
it.
my thing is, he was laughing at the joke.
Yeah, he was laughing at the joke until he
No,
saw
but
the
not
joke.
that. You just
Until
said you
Jada
can't
said
let your
something.
woman, sway or nudge.
Oh,
you know
for
what
the
I'm saying?
audience, this was recorded in April, so we talking. It just happened. So,
But insecure man going be
we're not
swayed
talking about it
sometimes.
6 months
He trying to
later.
be the Tupac that Jada wanted though. No cap.
Ah, man, but it's like, man, that's a grown man
Tupac
decision.
dead. I don't wanna be no
Like,
Tupac.
You can't blame Jada for that.
I'm not
It is
blaming
bad.
her. I just
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I
It's
know
like
what you're saying.
as you was just saying,
I know
you
what you're
can't let
saying.
your female. What you got? I still feel like it was a
Yeah.
form of influence throughout a period of
But
stuff that happened.
Another thing about that situation is earlier that night, the three women hosts, it was Amy Schumer, Wanda Sykes, and I think it was Regina Hall. They all made a joke about what's the shit called? The
Entanglement.
entanglement. They made an entanglement joke at the expense of Jada and Will. They always laughing. They was yucking it up. But when Chris made a joke, that's when it became serious.
Yeah, I just slap
Cause
a
she don't
brother
like
down.
Chris. Yeah, he don't like.
But as far
Chris
as
at
the
all.
Lori Harvey situation, hey man,
It
she
is what it
dating.
is.
She young. She dating, man. She got options. She don't want to be there. She don't want to be there. Michael B. Jordan, suck it up, bruh. He gonna bag him a white girl again. He going back. Damn.
Hey, man, it is what it is. But all right, that was the season opener, guys.
That's
you know,
it?
yeah.
Bruh,
Time go fast at him.
that was short as fuck, man. I want to chill some more, bro. Let's talk again. Let me sit on that stool for Marks, man. I'm gonna share a mic with T Grizzly over here. Man.
But you want anything to say before we just like close out the episode?
Nah, y'all boys keep doing what y'all do. I'm a fan of the entrepreneurial spirit. I like what y'all doing. Don't even worry about the accolades right now. Just worry about perfecting your craft. All that other shit is gonna come, man. But if y'all keep on putting that hard work, bruh, y'all gonna come up. And just don't turn into those those basic fresh and fit podcasts where you just bag on girls that man. Expand y'all palettes, man. That's what I like about y'all, man. Expand y'all palettes, man. I love y'all. I love what y'all doing, man.
I got
Black Kings, man.
That's gonna be me, low key.
My guy, man.
I got a quick story to tell you about Curry before we end it off.
Hold on, man. Hold on. I gotta vet it before you say it, bro. All right, go ahead. I don't even know what it is.
So, like, I've been trying to get Curb on the show for a minute. So when I told Curb, like, yeah, you gonna be on the show, like, the thing is, me and Urbane already had it planned, like, we was gonna record a bunch of episodes one day, whatever the case may be. And the thing is, I had called Pulla, like, yo, I'm gonna need you to come the same day. So Pulla's like, I got you. So I guess, like, days later, they probably talked about it, like, yo, I'll be on the podcast. Oh, me too. What day? Same day thing. This guy Curb called me at work. Yo, nigga, you got Polo in front of me? I'm like, what?
I ain't sharing, bruh.
Oh, yeah, you're not sharing the episode.
I
bro.
ain't sharing no episode, man. I get my own shit, bro. I don't need no feature, bruh.
Oh, nah.
I
Y'all
don't
just
need
gonna
no
be the
features,
same
bruh.
day, bro.
I'm J. Cole, no features, bruh. Straight through, man.
But yeah, that was the first episode.
Appreciate
That's the
that,
story.
man.
I appreciate you for finally coming on.
Nah, man, I appreciate that, man. Thank you for keeping me in mind, man. We gotta do this again, man.
For sure. And for you guys out there, keep buying the merch. Keep subscribing, and your friends to subscribe.
Support. Stop being cheap.
Stop being cheap.
Stop. Buy some product, y'all.
Definitely.
Cancel that OnlyFans subscription, bro. Get a girl. Stop jerking off, bro. Buy a hat.
And until next time, stay different by default. DBD.
Different default by different. hold on. Different by default.
Yeah.
Different by default, bro.
Stay
DBD,
different by
bro.
default. DBD. You know me. We'll catch y'all next time for the episode.
Run it up, run it up, run it up. Whole lot of money in a tuck, tryna double up. I ain't in the lane with nobody, I'm on some other stuff. Black tinted windows.